are we ready? Should we get it started?
Yeah.
I feel like it's that time we have to start in the Western Conference. Here we go, because the West is broken up into 3 groups made up of 5 teams each, right? All right. Group A, headlined by a trio of teams that made the playoffs last year: the Grizzlies, the Lakers, the Sun. Group B boasts plenty of star power, right, with Jokic, Kawhi, Zion, Luka. And then Group C, it features the Golden State Warriors, along with the Kings, the Wolves, and the Thunder, and then obviously number 1 pick overall, Victor Wembanyama. So let's get to the games, right? Group play, it kicks off on November 3rd when the reigning champion Denver Nuggets host Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and the Mavs at 10 o'clock on ESPN.
Hey, that's where the champions get to kind of start the defense of their titles. Mm-hmm. This is where it gets started. In Dallas, look, they made they made some moves. They brought some people back, so this is a good early season test.
And a statement game for Luka as well.
Yep. The following week on November 10th, we have LeBron, AD, the Lakers. They head to Phoenix to square off against the Suns.
I might have to go there.
In the new Big 3. Are we pulling up for Perk Day?
Give me some tickets.
I'll get you some birthday cake.
Well, then, on November 14th, the 2 early favorites for Rookie of the Year, they take center stage on TNT. The Spurs, they head to Oklahoma City. And then we also have a rematch of one of the most dramatic series from last year. You can see Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren there. But one of the most dramatic series in the playoffs, of course, it was the Golden State Warriors. They head to Sacramento on November 28th on TNT. So those are the headline group play matchups, right? Those are just a couple of the games. We're going to reveal more and more of them throughout the show. But Big Perk, as you look at the national TV slate in the West here, which one are you looking forward to the most?
You know, Labor Day is coming up in a couple weeks,
yes,
right?
Sir.
One of my favorite holidays. You know why?
Tell us why.
Because the barbecue pits are smoking.
Hey.
You're putting the chicken and the ribs on the grill. And you know what else you got on there? The beef.
The beef?
Ooh.
Yeah, the beef. Let's make hamburgers. And that's exactly why I'm looking at the Warriors and Kings.
Yes.
We look at last postseason. We saw the tension. We saw Sabonis and Draymond Green going at it. We saw De'Aaron Fox talking noise to Draymond Green. We saw the matchup, the head-to-head matchup with Steph and Fox. I'm looking forward to seeing if Harrison Barnes still got that chip on his shoulder for the Golden State Warriors trading them, right? So I'm looking at this matchup. This is must-see TV every single time these two teams come together.
Okay, so look, that was a great pick. That was my second pick. My first pick is the Denver Nuggets versus the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the Dallas Mavericks, we saw what happened at the end of the year. We saw that they kept their pick. We saw that they brought in more talent. And look, we know that the pairing of Luka and Kyrie, there's going to be a lot of eyeballs. Do I think they'll play well? Yes. But Denver, this is where it starts for them. It starts game 1. You have to start showing the entire league that you're here to repeat. And there hasn't been a repeat champion since when?
5 years.
Golden State Warriors were the last team to repeat. So if they have all the talent, which they do, I think Denver's setting the tone early versus a Dallas team that should be hungry.
All right, I see. But I actually want to go back to a national holiday, Kendrick Perkins' birthday, because on that day, we get the Lakers and we get the Suns. And I think this is a game. Why are y'all squirming in the back?
No,
this
smiling.
is true.
No, he's with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You guys look like you're always beefing since we're talking about beef. These 2 teams have all the star power. You see AD, you see LeBron James. We've got 6 all-stars combined touching the floor. I know D'Lo is one as well. And then also you link up the other side. I mean, the Suns, KD, Beal, Book. There are going to be points that go up. Yeah. They're going to be like beef. We saw what happened with the Warriors and the Suns. Like, these guys, when they compete at a high level, it's going to be fun. So I look at that matchup for all the star power, the championship expectations. That's the one I got.
Not to mention, we haven't seen Kevin Durant versus LeBron James since 2018. So we're going to get
that long.
So we're going to get a back final.
We're going to get a couple of chances early on in the season to take a look at those 2 greats go head to head. But it's a good day for Perk, because not only are we celebrating your birthday months early, but I agree with you to start the show. It is all about the Sacramento Kings versus Golden State Warriors early on here. That 7-game series was incredible. I do want to see, right, of the Warriors, how are they going to look with Chris Paul early on? Is it going to be those veteran teams that are going to be taking these early games seriously as they are trying to build towards something later? Or a team like the Sacramento Kings, I said it in the open here, they are poised to be interesting in this sort of tournament because they're young, they're hungry, they want to win on some level so they can kind of get a little bit of a building block there towards the ultimate.
They did a great job in the regular season. I was there.
Wow.
And this is a regular season in-season tournament. The Knicks and the Bucks, Richard, they kick off group play on November 3rd in Milwaukee. That's on ESPN. And Rich, you came around last year to the Knicks. Do you think they can stop the Bucks in Group B here?
You know what? Yes, I do. Look,
Okay.
I think it'll be close. Again, it's a matter of who plays versus some of the lesser teams. Watching Brunson play for USA Basketball, he looks like he's ready to take a leap. I like him.
Not to mention, all expectations are Giannis is going to be good to go at the beginning of the season, but it might take a little bit of time to get in full swing. All right, November 10th, the Celtics, they take on the Nets at 7:30 Eastern. Perk, Boston, the only team in their group that won a playoff game last year. So no excuses for them to win Group C, or what are we feeling here?
None whatsoever. And we've been hearing all this talk about Porzingis. Jaylen Brown got the bag. They have the better team. They have the superstar power. I feel like Jason Tatum, again, he's going to come out on the bench.
Sis, let's fast forward a little bit. November 21st, the Sixers, Cleveland actually favored to win the group over Philadelphia. So walk me through that.
Yeah, it does make sense because Philly is a little bit on fire right now. But that is my half birthday, November 21st, March 21st.
We celebrate half
had to plug it in there. Darius, Donovan, Evan Mobley, who we all expect to make a leap. They did well, but not well enough, which means they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder. And this squad right here, Joel Embiid, man, I know we'll get to that.
With a little shrug. Oh, yeah, we will. All right, then November 28th on TNT. It's a rematch that I can't wait for. So let's take a look at the slate of games in West Group A, right, featuring the Grizzlies, the Suns, the Lakers, the Utah Jazz, and the Portland Trailblazers. And let's start here on November 10th. We haven't seen it since 2018. Kevin Durant versus LeBron James, Lakers versus Suns on ESPN. And then on November 14th, the Grizzlies, they are back in LA to take on the Lakers. No Dillon Brooks to poke the bear here, but always fireworks, right, when these two teams face off, and this will not be any different. And then on the same night, the Blazers, they visit Utah to play the Jazz, and if either of these teams are going to make noise in Group A, you would figure they have to win this matchup. So this is a good one just to set the tone here. So we have storylines all over Group A. Group B, it's headlined by star power, right? The Nuggets, the Clippers, the Pelicans, the Mavs, they all boast some big-time duos. But the question is, who is going to win the group? Now, on opening night of pool play, that's November 3rd, it's the defending champion Nuggets. They take on a star-studded backcourt, right? Luka, Kyrie, and the Mavs. That's going to be a good one, guys.
Oh, it's going to be a balling one. Are you talking about skinny Luka, Kyrie? Hey, listen, Grant Williams, Seth Curry. We forget about those additions.
Well, speaking of skinny Luka, right? Can't wait to watch him lead Dallas against Kawhi, the Clippers, November 10th. It feels like any time Luka plays the Clippers, like he goes berserk. It's a different version of Luka.
Well, look, there's a little beef. No, I won't say beef, but there's a little competition there. So,
yes.
I like
light on the barbecue.
And we
All right.
might even get to see Zion early this year.
This is November 24th, and it's star-studded, right? It's a blockbuster on Black Friday. Zion, the Pelicans, taking on Kawhi, Paul George, and the Clippers. So perk. There are so many huge games here, right? You can see the Suns, you can see the Pelicans, big ones going down in Group B. We got the Kings, the Warriors, the Minnesota Timberwolves, OKC, and the Spurs in Group C to round out this list. So let's take a look at some of the games that this group is going to be playing. And we're going to start with Chiney Agumake on November 3rd when the Thunder, they host the Golden State Warriors. And then just a couple of days later on November 14th, it is our first look, right? Victor Wembanyama versus Chet Holmgren. We're going to get a little shot at that. The Spurs visit the Thunder. Maybe a battle of the potential Rookie of the Years.
Ooh, I like that.
Could be interesting. All right, and then on the 24th, we have two teams that are so far from satisfied, right? With their first round exits in last year's playoffs. We can see these two teams taking each other on, the Sacramento Kings, and then, coming in hot. We got the Lakers, and we got the Timberwolves, and then we got the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. I don't know. This feels like the group to watch to me, Chiney. This is tough. All right, let's take a closer look at the east side of the in-season tournament. Here are the dates, the opponents for the top seeds in group play this fall, and we are going to start in Group A. The 76ers, they're going to open against the Pistons on November 10th, followed by the Pacers, the Hawks, and then finally the Cavs on November 21st. And then in Group B, the Bucks, they're the top seed. They're going to host the Knicks on November 3rd on ESPN. Then they're going to have the Hornets, the Wizards, the Heat on November 28th. And then on to Group C, the top seed Celtics. They're going to start group play off hosting the Nets. That's November 10th on ESPN. And then they play the Raptors, the Magic, finally the Bulls on November 28th.